Thank you to James Coffee for hooking me up with some coffee. This hat, by the way. All right, so I know I haven't posted in a few days and I promised you guys a tutorial, and today I'm going to teach you something. But first, I wanted to also talk about something. On this channel, I've taught lots of magic, card magic, coin magic, mentalism. You guys have learned quite a bit. And one question I often get asked is, Chris, why don't you teach like full routines that we can actually do? And I have a little bit, but I'm hesitant in doing so, and here's the reason. This channel's not about showing you guys the exact routines that you can go out and perform. And the reason for that is if we look at magic as an art form, blatantly just taking someone's routine and performing it verbatim as they taught it, I mean, that's not really art. That's kind of like tracing if you're drawing, right? I like to focus on the different moves, sleights, and things that you guys can do, and then fill you guys in on some theory, and then hopefully your creativity takes flight and you guys can come up with your own routines. And I think that's really the basis of magic. That should be your focus in magic. Now, learning moves is important, learning sleights is important, but I think all in all, your creativity and your imagination is the most important thing when it comes to magic and art. And so it's really up to you guys to take all these tools and to create your own things, whether it's a force, peak, steal, control, or color change, or whatever it is. It's up to you guys to take those little tools, put them together, come up with your own justification, your own story, to present it to the audience. And that's a really, really important thing. So today I'm gonna show you a move. I'm gonna show you something that I love doing, and I'm gonna tell you why I love doing it. And one of the reasons is because it feels real. It feels like it's real. It feels like it's normal. And the feeling, and I've said this in my last tutorial, feeling is so much more important than the way it looks. You can perfectly pharaoh a deck of cards in front of the audience, telling them how amazing it is, how all these cards are being intertwined and shuffled. You know, you're holding the cards and the spectator kind of feels like, well, you're a magician and you're probably, you know, doing something funny to those cards. So I really want you guys to think about this. I really want you guys to think about how the magic feels. Does it feel like the cards are being shuffled? I mean, that weighs way more in my book than if it looks like it's being shuffled. Because if they feel it, then they let go. Then they're not looking for how you're doing it. They're kind of okay with it because they feel like it is shuffled, so they're not thinking about it. And that's a very, very important thing, and that's only something I've started to learn later on in sort of my magic career. That at first, you know, the moves have to look great and the sleights have to be perfect, but at the end of the day, it's all about feeling, and does it feel real? Danny Day Ortiz is a great example of this, and Leonard Green. You know, these guys, they kind of hold the cards like this and they shuffle and they're all out of here, take the cards, and that just, it feels right. It feels like, wow, okay, card control is out of the window because obviously those cards are shuffled. Versus here, look, watch me shuffle, and they're burning your hands and everything. And I think it's one of those things where if you feel it's right, they feel it's right, and then you can move forward with the actual magic and the performance and not concentrate on the move so much. Enough ranting, I'm gonna get into this tutorial, something that I use quite a bit. But before I do, something cool came in the mail. This here, check this out. This is a sort of pyramid box sent to me by the guys over at Theory11. And it's a puzzle box, and that reveals a rare deck of cards within it. So let's check it out. It's not really a puzzle box, it's pretty much a level 1, but it's a cool storage unit. A lot of you guys were curious and commented on their Instagram post and asked me to review this. So I'm just gonna sort of quickly show you this, and then we'll get into the tutorial. Very, very cool keepsake to sort of keep on the shelf. It has a bit of a puzzle to sort of reveal something, not hard. Literally, I played with it for 30 seconds and found out exactly how it worked, but still pretty cool. So basically you have these different layers on the pyramid. You turn the first one, all right, that one turns, second one doesn't turn, this one you try, and then eventually, oh, there you go, that one turns, and that's a really cool mechanic that sort of reveals this super rare deck that's inside. This one happens to be the Jack Sellers deck, which was a super rare deck that they produced. I don't own one of these, I don't feel like opening it. I kind of think it's cool that it's a keepsake. Deep down, I was wishing that there was like a gold Monarchs in here. Kind of, not gonna lie, kind of disappointed about this purple deck, but I don't have it, so pretty happy about that. So that goes back in, and you can close that right back up by turning that. So once again, just a cool thing. I'll leave the link below where you guys can buy that if you're interested. I know their stocks are pretty low because these are all handmade, but just a pretty cool thing to keep on the desk. I'm definitely gonna find a place for it on my shelf. Turn that top one, turn this one here, and that slides open. So the mechanics are really, really cool. You got some cool little logos here as well, which are like playing card logos. Just a cool little thing to have on your shelf. It has that feel, it feels like a puzzle, it sort of is. Some type of like Indiana Jones sort of thing. Once I get my background in order, this is definitely gonna have its place on a shelf somewhere. But yeah, all right, let's get to the tutorial. All right, so this control here is something that I love using, and the reason I love using it is because, again, it feels right. It's just sort of hands-off and very, very fair, and it leaves you a lot of room to focus on the performance. So whatever that performance may be, whether it's a reveal, whether it's a card to their pocket, to your pocket, whatever it is, you can focus on that very, very easily. So what you want to do is focus, focus, focus. There we go. What you want to do is have them choose any card at all. So let's say the 6 of diamonds. What you're gonna do is you're gonna fan out the cards, and you're gonna let them place their face card down anywhere within the fan and ask them just to really push it in as much as they can. You close up the fan, and at this point what's really cool is that the work is all done for me. I can really be hands off with this, and I can talk, concentrate, I can put the deck down, I can pick it back up after, and when I'm ready, and only when I'm ready, I can give the cards a little dribble and control the card either to the bottom or the top. That's completely up to you. And so what you want to do from there, that's, again, you know, that can be up to you. If you want to just reveal it in a way like, okay, your card here will cut, and here it is, your 6 of diamonds. You can go into a color change or whatever you want, but again, the idea here is to just give you a tool, and then you create your own effect. So let's say we wanted to control the card at the top of the deck this time. Let's take the 4 of hearts, face down, place it anywhere into the deck, push it in, close up the fan, and at this point, again, I'm free to sort of just handle the cards around, and when I'm ready, I can do the move, controlling my card to the top or to the bottom, whatever I want to do. In this case, to the top, the 4 of hearts. So if that's on top, obviously you can go for a double lift, you know, and do some type of color change. The worst color change in the world, by the way, 4 diamonds to 4 hearts, but you get the idea. That's just a tool to sort of help you out. Let's get into the mechanics of this. Super simple, guys. This is really easy to learn. It's something you guys can apply right away. All you really have to know how to do is a fan, and then from there you can double undercut. You can do whatever you want to control the card. Once you fan the deck, they're going to place the card anywhere in the middle, anywhere they want. Usually they just kind of like try to push it in. Hold a tight grip on this fan. You can even help them push it in. Now you see it still protruding. As I do a fan close, so basically you're just pivoting it around your ring finger and closing it up. As I do this, I can shuck the deck forward, boom, like this. And if you notice in the back, there's 1 card protruded right here, and that card is indeed the selection of the spectator, okay? The card gets placed into the center. We have the Queen of Spades. They push it in, you close it up, you can shuck the deck forward. And at this point, there's still 1 card being in-jogged right here, and that is their selection right here. So at this point, what's really cool, a lot of subtleties you can do with an in-jog. You wanna stop, you don't wanna go for the control right away, because again, that feels fishy. You just kinda wanna be hands off. Look, that was your card, free selection, you put it anywhere back into the deck. Here's a really cool subtlety you can do, is you can take this deck from this hand, and you can just drop it in this hand here, and you still retain that in-jog. So that in-jog stays there the entire time. No matter how many times I go back and forth, there's still 1 card in-jogged. And it doesn't have to be crazy in-jogged, it could just be a little bit. As long as you see it, you'll be able to control it. Very, very simple. Queen of Spades goes in, they push it, do this, boom, I've got that in-jog. I can talk here, and we're still good. If I want to control it to the top, I push down on the card, hold my break. If I want to control it to the bottom, I lift up on the card and hold a break. That simple, very, very simple. So at this point, I'm gonna control it to the bottom because I'm gonna do like a top shot reveal. So push down, hold that break. I can do a pass at this point, but you can also just double undercut casually. You can give the cards, you know, a quick shuffle, whatever you wanna do. The card is now, the card is now controlled to the top. So it's on top, I can't do the hot shot. So what I can do is just maybe cyclone, boom. There it is, your card. So that's completely up to you. Sorry for ranting. I kind of wanted to give you guys a cool move to practice and just to be hands off with and sort of really try and perform without thinking about the sleights. And that's a super valuable lesson that you guys can start doing is just really be hands off. Even with that last tutorial I taught with that in-jog overhand shuffle, same thing, it just feels like it's all messy, and you can have them hold on to it here, hold on to this. And that feeling that you're gonna get, that they're gonna get, is worth way more than, you know, being convinced that the sleights are invisible and everything else. Just kind of roll with it, man. Be free to let your personality shine through, and don't focus too much on the sleights. But that is a really cool way of controlling the card. Hope you guys enjoyed that. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I've got a whole bunch of videos planned for next week, some really exciting things going on, and I can't wait to share that with you. And if you guys are interested and want to see more, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace.